Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ston and Barnes today. Today, I've had the honor and privilege of showing the general public Viking Glimmer Wrestling.
Someone get the oil!
Wrestling has been around for generations, thousands of years. Vikings used to do it for many reasons. They just like to do it for a bit of entertainment like the rest of us, or what we see as professional wrestling today. Or sometimes they settle a dispute. Now, they never wrote anything down, so that's very difficult to explain or have a solid set of rules. Some Viking settlements did glimmer in a different way. But today, our style that we did here today was you'd have one hand around the back of the neck and the other one on their shoulder. And then as soon as the bell went, or as soon as the sound of the horn would go, you'd fight.
Go! What for it?
You'd wrestle around. It would take some skill, some strategy, maybe outpower the other person. You'd wrestle them down to the ground, and hopefully you can hold them there until you can let go. If you've let go and they're still laying down, then you win. If they've still got hold of you, it continues.
Make some noise! Who's cheering for Hound in the Brown?
Don't let go, maintain contact at all times. And today, we had a really good tournament. We had tried to get people of equal size together, but obviously, every now and then, you're gonna get some real big Goliath and some little David, and we had some good fights. A young guy, his name's Jarko, comes from the Dragon Shields. They're based in Great Yarmouth. He won a drinking horn courtesy of Ston and Barnes.
And Jarko of the Dragon Shields, the winner of the Glimmer Wrestling!
Thank you very much. See you next year.
Here we have various arrowheads, again roughly from the period. This one is for hunting birds in flight because the wing of a bird is about 4 times larger than the actual bird. These ones here just get pushed into the end of the shaft. The other ones have got what's known as a socket on the end. These ones are for fishing. And this one is known as a fire arrow. You would get some sheepskin, bung it in there, get some tallow it all up, set light to it, and you would shoot the arrow. If you were attacking a farmstead and things, half a dozen people shooting fire arrows, catching something alight, you can then get everybody in the farmstead into a bit of a muddle. So raping and pillaging becomes easier.
So I'm just preparing dinner tonight. We're just having a stew, so there's leeks and onions and carrots and turnip in it and some chopped up beef. It'll be cooking for about 4 hours and hopefully by then it'll be done. A lot of it depends on the wind because with the wind blowing the flames about, it takes a bit longer to cook. All in there. We portray the early Saxon period, so we would be doing whatever we wanted really, because we're pagan. We don't have to. We can fight. Quite often I go out and I'll use a bow, but I was getting dinner ready, so.
Break! Up! Step on forward! Oost! Ready? Hold! Shield! Draw!
All this metalwork is designed for this Viking and Saxon show, predominantly fire pits. People like to have fire pits in their garden, so everything is done with the theme to express what they're expressing themselves, and people seem to love it. You've got Celtic sun at the bottom, Tree of Life, then you've got Thor's hammer and Odin's signature there, and then you've got a trifecta in there, which is all symbolic to most of what people do here. Me, I'm just a metal artist, and that's it.
This is my own personal eating knife, which is rather sharp, so I'll put that back in there. We have a little tiny saw. They were bigger saws, obviously, but because we have to travel around, I only bring a small one with me. Small knife, little small plane. There's a hammer. This is an adze, and it's used basically in that kind of fashion. After you've split a tree down to get the planks for the ship, with a bigger adze you would then literally take all the saw cuts off like that, etc. This is a froe, and if you want to split small logs around about like that down so you can have shafts for making a bow or whatever, you bang that in the end, knock it down with a hammer, and every so often you lift it up and it would actually split the logs. Okay.
She is really light.
Yeah, it's really good. Everyone's like that. You just flick it straight in there. Yeah, it's just like that. It's just a little twist. And you just stand there like that. Yeah. Yeah, no, the hair is here. A rabble.
They've spotted that the Saxons have archers. They have created an arrow wall, a double-ranked wall of shields. Is that Grimnir I keep seeing popping up? Yes. These archers have a very keen eye. They will be looking for any gap, any hole in the shield wall, or shield in some cases. Oh, that was good, well done. They hold the shield wall. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, skirmishers have been sent out on both sides. Are they trying to disconcert the Vikings, to throw them off? What's going on? The Vikings have been called forward. The shield wall advances on the Saxon shield wall. And they clash. Their spears